Test drive experience of the all-new Tank 700 Hi4-T. Hello everyone, I'm GE. Previously I gave you a static overview of the Tank 700 Hi4-C version. Today I'm bringing you a dynamic review of the Hi4-T model. As for the exterior, you can see it clearly. The two colors previously highly publicized are Dunhuang Green, the main color, and Qianfeng Emerald, which is a hidden color. Today the one I'm driving is a standard black. Of course, there's also a gray option. In exterior design, the all-new Tank 700 leans toward an urban, sporty style for its flagship demographic. The original standard exterior is now a thing of the past. With the new body kit, the vehicle's overall sense of mass is further enhanced. Dimensions change slightly. Length is 5.1 meters, width is 2.06 meters, and height reached 1,985 millimeters. Head-on, it basically appears as a square with a height-to-width ratio of 1:1. As for the side of the car, there's a small change. The roof rack has been raised to better match the newly designed rear spoiler. This spoiler not only looks sportier, but it also helps reduce wind noise inside the car. The changes at the rear of the car are even more significant. The entire shape of the rear bumper diffuser has been completely redesigned, the exhaust pipe has been moved from the left side to the center, and a large number of diffuser structures have been added. The taillights haven't changed much, but the rear illuminated area is now larger. On the lower rear bumper, an auxiliary driving indicator has been added. The spoiler now features a high-mounted position light, matching the existing front roof light. This test car is equipped with 22-inch wheels and factory Michelin PS 4 SUV 275/50 R22 tires. After switching to the new body kit, if you want to modify the car with 35-inch tires, you might need to adjust the front and rear bumpers. For example, the 305/50 R20 tires I have on my car are probably already at the limit. Of course, if you have heavy off-road needs, you can selectively modify the front and rear bumpers according to your own requirements. The interior design style hasn't changed much. The main update is the addition of new color schemes, black and white. The original wine red and this dark brown are still retained. For example, the car I'm driving now has an interior color that's the same as my previous Tank 700. Today we're explaining the core changes of the all-new Tank 700 Hi4-T, focusing on updates to the intelligent experience and power system. Starting with the intelligent experience, the upgrade to the brand new Coffee OS 3 means the vehicle's intelligence has improved significantly. At the same time, the car features Coffee Pilot 4.0 for map-free all-scenario driving. Integrated with the VLMA model, when assisted driving is active, you can use voice commands to adjust your driving style and specific driving details. Of course, all the end-to-end features are fully equipped as well. The system uses Great Wall's solution based on visual recognition, AI algorithms, and LiDAR ranging. This is currently the only solution, both domestically and internationally, that integrates advanced driving assistance with powerful off-road capabilities. So, the all-new Tank 700 should have the most advanced assisted driving system among hardcore off-roaders with real four-wheel drive and 3 locking differentials, almost without exception. After upgrading to Coffee OS 3, the 700's original rectangular central control screen is now a standard 16.9 display. System smoothness and various functions have been reorganized and redistributed. Basically, you can find all the functions you need within the secondary menu. The Tank's all-terrain control system and off-road APP remain. Entering it activates the vehicle's expert mode. The changes in this part of the system are the most significant visual changes in the entire vehicle during operation and use. New owners will definitely adapt quickly, and existing owners will have no problem adapting either. Overall, the smoothness and ease of use are far superior to the old 700 model. The new car is also equipped with infrared night vision version 2.0, offering higher recognition accuracy than the 400 and 500 models. The display of the entire outline is now much clearer and more precise. However, after this update to the vehicle's infotainment system, I feel volume adjustment granularity still needs further optimization. More steps are needed between mute, the minimum, and the first and second levels to enhance control fineness. There are also significant changes to the central control area, replacing the crystal lever with a more practical column shifter design. While some find it a pity, veteran owners say usability has improved and requires almost no adjustment. The secondary storage is now a refrigerator, which is highly praised, though I feel the 700 storage wasn't very abundant to begin with. Since the large central compartment is now a fridge, the overall storage space should have been increased accordingly. There is also a change in the audio system, switching from Harman Kardon to Great Wall's own system, featuring 21 speakers and over 2,000 watts of power. While some might call this a downgrade, I personally disagree. The Harman Kardon and Tank collaboration wasn't actually that impressive, providing only limited audio quality and adjustment range. That's why Great Wall is shifting toward developing their own audio systems to better match each vehicle's cabin and NVH design. A new second-row entertainment screen has been added in the back, which is something previous owners will surely envy. From display to functionality, it's a lot of fun for long off-road trips. Combined with second-row seats featuring a large electric adjustment range and an electric sunshade, the user experience is top tier. With a 37.1 kilowatt-hour battery, the off-road camping experience is greatly enhanced. All right, let's talk about the powertrain and driving experience. I'm sure many of you have already seen plenty of Hi4-T test drives, but as the flagship powertrain of the 700 series, this large displacement multi-cylinder hybrid is truly the essence. That's why today I specifically chose this Hi4-T to explain exactly what makes it special to everyone. On one hand, many people buy the 700 specifically for this large displacement engine. On the other hand, compared to my own 700, I can better explain to everyone what upgrades Tank has made and whether they are effective. First, the powertrain. The Hi4-T system features a 3.0T V6, P2 motor, 9-hat transmission, and 37.1 kWh battery. Now, in its second generation, the engine's power curve is further optimized, and the P2 motor is upgraded from 120 kW and 400 Nm to 130 kW and 495 Nm, matching the new 400 and 500 models. The 9-hat transmission has improved gear ratios, shifting speed, and smoothness. Total output is now 534 horsepower and 800 Nm. The 37.1 kWh battery's charging power jumped from 50 kW to the current kilowatt level, effectively halving the charging time. Range is unchanged, and 700 Hi4-T owners likely won't use this for long-distance cruising anyway. It primarily provides power assist and electricity. The four-wheel drive retains the TOD dual-speed system with an M-lock mechanical central differential. Combined with front and rear axle locks, it creates a triple-lock hardcore system, enabling auto 2WD, 4WD switching and manual locking. The Hi4-T's P2 motor structure is positioned at the front of the transmission, so both engine and motor power enter the transmission together. Therefore, it avoids common hybrid SUV issues like the inability to use four-wheel drive in reverse gear. The overall driving experience upgrade is very significant, and the old vehicle's original characteristics are well preserved. 2 points. First, at low speeds, the P2 motor's initial output is optimized. The car responds exactly to your pedal input, avoiding the lag found in previous electric drives at low speeds. The throttle is now more linear. Second, gear shifts are extremely smooth and fast, especially at low speeds. If you floor the accelerator, the transmission downshifts quickly and power connects instantly for smooth acceleration. Previous model owners really envy these aspects as they achieve smooth power delivery across the entire speed range. As an owner of the 2022 3.0 TV 6500, I have witnessed every step of this evolution. Initially, this longitudinal 9AT transmission had issues like jerky shifts and missing gears, but it has quickly evolved into the mature, smooth system we have today, which really wasn't easy. The design and software control of the transmission is much more challenging than that of the engine, so for many people, these upgrades are almost imperceptible. But for me, I find these improvements more vital than the intelligent cockpit experiences. Smart features and software are what Chinese automakers are best at, but upgrades to the mechanical components are the most difficult challenges. If I replaced my old 700 with the new one, I'd still choose the 700 Hi4-T, as it's the true totem. The Cayenne and Macan are Porsche's cash cows, but the 911 GT3 RS is its totem. Without the 911, Porsche would lose its status. This time, the suspension has been majorly adjusted. Coil springs are now standard and air springs are optional. Some people say this is a downgrade, but let me tell you, it absolutely isn't. First of all, offering options gives more freedom of choice. Part of the cost is given back. If you want it, you can choose it. If you don't have to spend extra money, right? If you're modifying your car, you can save on this extra cost. Moreover, the coil spring is a key focus for Tank. They've worked hard on it, and many say the ride feel is excellent, even better than air suspension. I haven't tried it yet, so I can't say. But I did try the new model's air suspension, and all three modes, comfort, standard, and sport, have been improved. The damping feels more refined, with a noticeable upgrade. It's no longer as harsh as before, right? But with the new car, my favorite is still the softest comfort mode. It handles impacts in the smoothest way. I also think the sport mode is pretty good. The support feels solid, and it absorbs impacts firmly. But I'm not particularly fond of the standard mode. Personally, I feel that in the initial stage of the damper's response, when facing quick impacts, there's a bit of a jelly-like vibration. That's why I always switch to comfort mode as soon as I get in the car. The Tank 700 has a really massive presence. We don't even need to mention the length. Just the width of 2.06 meters and a height close to 2 meters make a lot of people worry about how stressful parking this car might be, right? So to address this issue, the car has already upgraded its parking assistance features. So when it comes to most standard parking spaces, or even relatively narrow ones, its overall parking capability and speed have both seen significant improvements. Now, I've found an underground parking lot for you all, and this parking space is a standard one, though there's even a bit of irregular parking going on. For example, there's a Magaton parked next to us, and I even deliberately had it encroach on the middle line a bit. So now this parking space is quite narrow. Let's do a continuous shot and let the car park itself at a rather sharp angle. Because this is exactly the situation many people talk about, wanting to get into a parking space, but after maneuvering back and forth for a long time, still getting stuck in the middle and unable to park. In this situation, I can use its parking assist to park the car. All right, once we get inside the car, let's first simulate the exact state of this parking space. The car will need to move forward to the right just a little bit and then slowly reverse back into position. Okay, now we'll just stay right here. I won't do anything else. I'll simply shift into gear, and after that, I'll select the parking assist function. Then, okay, it quickly displays the options. I want the number one spot next to me, which is the closest parking space. I tap OK, click to start parking, and then I don't have to do anything. As soon as I release the brake, it immediately starts parking itself. The reaction speed of this system is indeed significantly faster than the previous parking assist. And it's incredibly precise and decisive. Basically, it finds the right spot on the very first attempt. Okay, this parking space is quite narrow, so before entering the space, it had already folded in the side mirrors in advance. Parking is now complete. Okay, since the space behind isn't very long, the system will stop at the safest position possible. This way, your rear passengers can get in and out easily, and you can also open the trunk normally. Ikoi. So it won't park the car in an extremely tight spot, pressing right up against the wall behind you. So, as you can see, the front wheels are within the lines, the wheels are inside the lines. Because this car is really massive, you'll notice that when it's parked here, it seems to take up more space than other cars in the parking spot, right? So overall, I think the improvements made to the parking assist system this time are very user-friendly. First of all, it solves a major pain point. When you're waiting in line to park in a tight garage, if I park at this spot at the original speed, I would definitely get honked at by people around me. Now, after upgrading to the latest version of the parking assist, as soon as you arrive here and tap the button, it immediately starts reversing for you. Actually, it's even faster than an experienced driver. I won't go into the off-road aspects today, since our focus is mainly on sharing the urban daily driving experience. The upgrades to the all-new Tank 700 Hi4-T are well done. They've fixed most previous owner complaints, especially regarding chassis control and power output. The improvements are substantial. Previous owners will immediately notice the 2 points I mentioned once they're behind the wheel. There are also the NVID intelligent upgrades. This is the modern off-road standard. Smart experience, assisted driving, a better chassis, and a hybrid structure between the engine and motor. At the same time, it still retains the core capability of mechanical four-wheel drive. So should Tank 2000 owners upgrade to the 2700? Everyone, cast your vote and I'll look into it. After all, this is the complete form of the 2700, right? All right, as for more off-road experiences and detailed daily driving data, I'll provide a thorough review for everyone in the future. That's it for today's video.